So it looks like we got a whole new frontier of artist discovery that we just came across because Spotify launched a made-to-be-found guide for artists. What are your thoughts on this?
You guys could have already gotten more data from Facebook and Instagram ads. This is essentially Spotify saying we'll let you know where more listeners are coming from. It's okay. I'm not trying to hate on it, but it's like you already can do this on platforms that have far better analytics than Spotify does. What this is, just so people know, like if you go into your Spotify for artists, you used to only see so many categories where streams were coming from. Now you'll be able to just see a couple more places that streams are coming from that you can't necessarily really have a direct impact on. You can't necessarily have a direct impact on Spotify algorithm playlists. They're in control of said algorithm playlists. It's nice when you get there.
Right.
But you can't, like, there's some things you can do to try to work the algorithm. Like, yeah, there's tips. Obviously, we've run tens of thousands of songs at this point. There's some things that you can do whenever you're doing Spotify playlisting or even independent Spotify playlisting. But there's no direct control over it for the artists. You have far more direct control doing Facebook, Instagram ads. The most control, as we've said before, is YouTube ads.
Right.
YouTube and Google ads have the most control over any of your advertisements.
Right.
That doesn't mean you don't do the other advertising methods. It just means you spend most of the money where you have the most control, which we've been saying for years. If you guys go back and look at any article that we came out with, the most of the money that we told people to spend in their marketing budgets is on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. Those you should spend more on than any Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
On Spotify, you cannot send anybody like direct links to go to places. You have to have control of your funnel.
Right.
You have to be able to control the customer journey, it's called. That's why we've always sent people to our website. When you click links on social media or you do anything else, we're always sending people to our own website because we can say, I want the header to look like this. I want the menu to look like this. I want the headlines to look like this. I want the text to look like this. I want the buttons to look like this. Put this button here above the fold so that they click this one first. Like, you have to have that attention to detail.
100%.
If you're not going to do it, hire somebody else to do that.
Yes.
The move by Spotify is saying that we'll give you more of these data tools that you should have on your own website.
Right.
Do not use the tools, even from Facebook and Instagram or YouTube. Do not use that hub as like your central website hub. Don't use any social media. This needs to be on your own website.
Yes.
Ideally, you have this set up with at least an analytics platform that can be Google Analytics. It can be another one. For companies that are a bit bigger, they like a bit more data than Google Analytics is going to give them. So we use, I think we've mentioned it before on the show, we use what's called Hyros. If you're not doing at least 10K a month in sales, probably don't use Hyros.
Okay.
It's telling you more of the data that you'd want. So if you want to know if I'm running ads on Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Microsoft, like where exactly did this purchase come from? And that is more in-depth data that you can see whenever you're using like a Hyros.
Right.
On Facebook and Instagram, they're only going to show you so much of that.
Right.
Especially not on Spotify. Even with whatever update they're coming out with. Spotify is mostly a passive streaming platform. It is not a fan hub for anything. So you can go look at a bit more data back there. Sure, it doesn't hurt. Do not mistake this for I can run my entire career from this dashboard. It just doesn't work like that.
100%.